What's good? I'm Lonnie Appleton. I am a healthy family advocate and a healing journey coach. I document all these things here on my channel, Pen and Paper Period. I have a podcast, Pen and Paper Period. It goes live every first and third Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I create content on As the Apple Turns on YouTube and TikTok. I post my booty off on Lonnie Appleton on Facebook, and I have my blog as well as just the hub for all things Lonnie, LonnieLifestyle.com. I am here telling my story. I go off on tangents and we will never move forward if I keep trying to pick up where I left off on the last video. So comment in the comments if you want me to pick up a topic and I'll go deeper into it. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep moving forward each video from now on. I'm learning how to flow forward and I can't keep just going off on these tangents. Like, if you want more, book a coaching session. If you want more, leave a comment. I'm not going to give you what you don't ask for, because then you say I'm giving you too much. So ask for it. I have my blog, Lonnie Lifestyle, because God told me my people need to see somebody willing to live authentically. And so my husband, my now husband, then friend, was looped in because there was this one night in October where I was living in California but came back to Arizona for some doctor's appointments. And my cousin was, and I was thinking, oh, well, she flaked on me. Um, but no, God was positioning me. Like, this is how one of the things Tiffany Roebuck, I believe that's her name, she says prophets need to master is rejection. You need to master rejection because it's actually protection. And so in mastering rejection, we can stop being angry at people because, yeah, my cousin stood me up and didn't pick me up, and I ended up, at another spot. But guess what? When I ended up at that other spot, that was the barber shop, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my now husband. I'm like, I'm gonna give him some coochie. And I went over his house and we had one of the most amazing nights of intimacy that I've ever had in my life. And so I went back to LonnieLifestyle.com and wrote about it. And at the time I didn't know, but my husband watched um he read my blog at the time. My husband read my blog, and so he knew that I wrote about this. He wasn't my husband, he was my friend, and so he knew. So that was the first time that he knew that I was going to tell the world about intimate moments, because I literally told them about what happened between us. Of course, it wasn't like zany. If you are a zany type person, pick up my book, The Dominoes series, Sherry Tate. Very juice. Say go say. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't exposing him. It was just talking about my life and the person that I had an experience with. And that's exactly what I do with my content today. I talk about my life and the people that I have experience with. And people want to say I do that for profit. What profit? What profit? What profit? I do it because I'm healing, and I know if I heal out loud, that's what my tagline was, living life out loud. If I lived my life out loud, I know that other people can at least gain the courage to live their life out loud enough to maybe talk to a therapist. The beautiful thing about me is I surround myself with therapist quality friends. I don't have to go pay someone to make me think and do introspective work. I can do it on my own, and I surround myself with amazing humans. And I train other people through my coaching services so they can be amazing humans. That can be, if you are a therapist, you should train with me through my coaching services. If you are a coach, you should train with me. If you are a teacher, you should train with me, and I can truly help you walk into your gift. But yeah, I had my blog, and at some point I started doing a blog talk radio show with my cousin because we were both on this spiritual journey together. So we just thought, since we were both on a spiritual journey together, that you just think once you're in spirituality you're suddenly a nice person. No, you still have to do the work to overcome all of the traumas, all of the biases, all of the things that I didn't know that I was supposed to work on until 10 years later. I did the foundational work and I documented it in my book, What's the Best That Can Happen. This came out in 2013. This is when I used to go outside of myself to gain knowledge. And so Wayne Dyer was one of my teachers. um, Tony Robbins was one of my teachers. T. Jakes was one of my teachers. All of these people at the time were all my teachers, and they all taught me something. I'm sitting underneath all of these teachers, and I'm like, taking notes, and I'm taking each of those notes. The thing is that you're just following one teacher and trying to do exactly what they say. But it's for you to go from teacher to teacher to teacher when you're initially teaching yourself until you learn how to learn from somebody, and then when you're done learning from them, you move on, which is a skill. You need to just go and get what you can when you can and use what they say in the time that you're in front of them. And if it works, then boom, that's something you keep and go find another teacher. Stop sticking to teachers until you learn how to teach yourself. Once you learn how to teach yourself, then you can stay with the teacher because you'll know when they stop teaching you, because you can't use anything else they're teaching you to teach yourself. But until you learn how to teach yourself, bounce from teacher to teacher to teacher. But I did that and I documented it in my book, What's the Best That Can Happen, available at LonnieLifestyle.com.